The Appalachian Mountains are filled with all kinds of scary things like ghosts, goblins, Bigfoot, and strange creatures that go bump in the night. But what about the daytime? What is it about this mountain range that has people scratching their heads and wondering what in the world could it be? Hi everyone, your host. And today we are going to talk about the scariest secrets of the Appalachian Mountains that will make you never want to visit. The Great Smoky Mountains, part of the larger Appalachian mountain chain, have been shrouded in mystery since before the first European settlers arrived in the area. The name itself comes from a mist that hangs over the mountains. The Native Americans believed the mist was evidence that the mountains were sacred, and that there was more to them than met the eye. Today, scientists say that the mist is caused by moisture coming off the ocean, but some still believe that there may be something more to the story. One of the most popular legends in the Smokies is that of the ghost of a little girl who haunts the Blue Ridge Parkway. The story goes that the girl was killed by her father. When he found out she was dating a poor boy from a neighboring county, he didn't want his daughter to marry someone without money, so he took her out into the woods and shot her. Her ghost is said to wander the parkway at night, looking for her one true love. Visitors to the parkway have reported seeing a young girl in a white dress walking along the road or sitting in the back seat of old cars. Some have even heard her crying in the middle of the night. Another popular legend is that of the skinwalker, a creature that can change its shape at will. According to Cherokee folklore, the skinwalker is an evil witch doctor who has learned how to use magic to take the form of other animals. Most commonly, they are said to take the form of coyotes, but they have also been known to take the form of bears, wolves, and even humans. Skinwalkers are said to be extremely dangerous and will attack anyone who crosses their path. If you hear the sound of a coyote howling in the middle of the night, it might just be a coyote. But if you hear the sound of a human voice imitating a coyote, then run for your life. You might just be in the presence of a skinwalker. Now let's move on to another scary secret that will blow your mind. Did you know that there is a small town in the Appalachian Mountains that is completely deserted? In 1974, the residents of Centralia, Pennsylvania, were evacuated from their homes after a coal mine fire broke out beneath the town. The fire was so intense that it caused the ground to collapse and swallow entire buildings. As the fire spread, the air became filled with toxic gases, making it impossible for the residents to stay in their homes. In the end, the government decided to buy out the residents and turn the town into a ghost town. But what they didn't expect was that the fire would burn for decades. Today, the town is a popular destination for urban explorers, but no one is allowed to stay overnight. The ground is too dangerous, and the air is filled with carbon monoxide and other harmful gases. In recent years, the fire has started to die down, but is still burning, and it's still producing enough smoke to make it impossible for anyone to live in the town. Most people think that coal mine fires are rare, but they're actually pretty common. In fact, there are hundreds of abandoned coal towns in the United States that have been abandoned because of coal mine fires. One of the most famous is Centralia, Pennsylvania, which has been burning since 1962. As I mentioned earlier, there are all kinds of strange and mysterious things happening in the Appalachian Mountains. For example, there have been reports of UFO sightings, Bigfoot sightings, and even alien abductions. There is something about this remote mountain range that seems to attract paranormal activity. So what do you think? Are the Appalachian Mountains really haunted? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to stay tuned for more videos like this one. There is one place in particular that is known as the Triangle Bobbit, because of the high number of plane crashes that have occurred there. The area is said to be cursed, and many pilots refuse to fly through it. The crashes began in 1948 when a Navy bomber crashed into the side of a mountain, killing all 14 men on board. Since then, more than 100 planes have crashed in the Triangle Bobbit, including a DC-3 full of soldiers in 1952 and a military transport plane in 1961. There have been several theories put forward to explain the crashes, but no one knows for sure what causes them. Some believe that there is a magnetic anomaly in the area that messes with the compasses of planes. Others believe that there is a giant vortex that sucks planes in and then smashes them into the mountains. Whatever the reason, the Triangle Bobbit is one of the most dangerous places in the world for flying. So far, I've told you about some of the scariest legends and mysteries of the Appalachian Mountains. But now I want to tell you about something that is actually happening, something that is terrifying locals and visitors alike. It is something that is changing the landscape of the mountains forever. It's the mining companies. These companies are coming into the area and tearing up the mountains, destroying the environment and polluting the water. They are taking away the very things that make the Appalachian Mountains so special. The mining companies are not only destroying the environment, but they are also putting the lives of the people who live there at risk. The coal that they are mining is so dangerous that it is causing black lung disease and other respiratory problems among the miners. The mining companies are cutting corners and putting profits over safety. They are creating a legacy of pain and suffering that will last for generations. And here's the worst part. The mining companies are getting away with it. The government is supposed to be protecting us from these greedy corporations, but they are not doing their job. The politicians are taking money from the mining companies and turning a blind eye to their dangerous practices. We need to speak up and demand that the government do something to stop the mining companies from destroying our mountains. We need to protect the environment and the people who live there. If you want to learn more about the mining industry and what they are doing to the Appalachian Mountains, I encourage you to do your own research. It is important that we know the truth so that we can fight back against the mining companies. What do you think? The mining companies right to destroy the Appalachian Mountains for profit? Or should the government do more to protect these beautiful mountains? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to stay tuned for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.